Republican Senator Lindsey Graham has really stepped in it again, folks. You know, what I find so funny about Lindsey Graham is obviously he is the biggest Donald Trump butt kisser in this country, like by far. But it's a total show and everybody knows it, right? Like Lindsey Graham, yeah, he does this and he, bows down, but he doesn't mean it. And it's so transparently obvious. And the reason it's so transparently obvious is because every now and then, Lindsey Graham accidentally lets something slip that, of course, draws the wrath of MAGA. And that's what happened this past weekend when Lindsey Graham went on NBC's Meet the Press and said this. Talking about, by the way, the pardons of the Capitol rioters. Number one, he had the legal authority to do it, Lindsey Graham said. But I fear that you will get more violence. Pardoning the people who went into the Capitol and beat up a police officer violently, I think, was a mistake, because it seems to suggest that it's an okay thing to do. Now, just a day prior to that, Lindsey Graham had told CNN's Dana Bash that the pardons, quote, sent the wrong signal. And Lindsey Graham, of course, is just one of many Republicans in the House and Senate who, of course, have said, hey, we're not cool with these pardons, but Trump did it anyway. He doesn't care. And as Graham started his statement saying, he has the legal authority to do it, I just don't like it. And let's be honest, most people do not like it. And yes, I agree with Lindsey Graham that it's going to lead to more violence, and it does send the message that what happened was in fact okay. But in MAGA world, those were political prisoners. Those were martyrs for our cause, and they deserve to be released. So, as is what typically happens, the craziest of the crazies in MAGA world got on social media to blast Lindsey Graham for letting his mask slip down for just a moment. Here's some of those responses as put together by HuffPost. Derek Evans, at Derek Evans 4WV, said, Senator Graham calls Trump's decision to pardon January 6 protesters a mistake. I'm one of those J6 prisoners who received a pardon, and Lindsey is a rhino POS. Okay. Another one from the account Nothing Lasts Forever said, Lindsey Graham's political career is like a circus, except no one's buying tickets anymore and the clowns lost the plot. I mean, those are words, but that it doesn't make any sense. I just love how dumb these people are, right? Like, Lindsey Graham's a circus and no one's getting tickets to it. Yeah, but what do you mean, right? Like, what do you mean? Elaborate, expand upon that, because it really makes no sense, buddy. Another account called Chris Christie Fan said, actions speak louder than words, and Lindsey Graham is a coward. I'm not going to argue that point. One of them called Just Keith says, electing Lindsey Graham time and time again is a mistake, South Carolina. Another one said, the mistake is that Lindsey Graham is still in office. And yet another said, another rhino that needs to go. Time for the next generation to step in. We need to vote them in. Oh, Lord. I'll tell you what. I'm not going to keep reading those because they're just so dumb. Listen, I don't like Lindsey Graham either. You want to get him out of office? Get him out of office. The only problem is that Lindsey Graham being in South Carolina, of course, would not be replaced by somebody better. The only thing you're going to get is something far worse than whatever it is Lindsey Graham is. But I got to tell you, I do see the point with what these people are at least attempting to say, right? Because none of them really said it clearly or intelligibly, but Lindsey Graham is pretending. Lindsey Graham has latched on to Donald Trump like the remora along the side of the shark, hoping to get a couple of scraps here and there. That's it. That's what Lindsey Graham has done his entire career. He did it to George W. Bush, then he did it to John McCain, then he did it to Donald Trump. He is the remora of American politicians. And when Trump is gone, he'll just latch himself onto somebody else. That's what they do. They move on. It's all fake. It's all for personal gain. And the MAGA crowd, to their credit, seems to understand it, even if they aren't really able to articulate it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.